In this lecture, I wanted to show you a really simple macro, but I think it's a macro that will help save you time. So in the workbook that I'm looking at, I have about 14 or 15 different tabs, and on most of those tabs are information about different salespeople. Well, instead of having to scroll all the time back and forth to get to these salespeople's tabs, what I did here was I created a little dashboard that had most of my salespeople on it, and when you click on one of their names, it takes you right to their sheet. So let me show you. I'll go ahead and click on Margaret, and now I'm in Margaret's sheet. You can see that down there at the bottom and right up there at the top, Margaret Peacock. And I also created a button here on this page that will take you back to the home page. So you see, it's definitely a time saver. I don't have to keep scrolling back and forth, but it's really simple to create. First, on a blank page, I created buttons. That's done by going up to Insert, and then clicking on Shapes, and then choosing a shape that you want for your buttons. Now, since I already have some here, I'll just go ahead and use these. And what I'll do next is create a macro that goes to Anne's tab. So to start recording my macro, I can either go up to the View tab and go on the right-hand side here to Macros and click on Record Macro, or if you already have the Record Macro button on the lower left-hand side of your spreadsheet, you can click on that. Either way, it's going to bring up the exact same window. So I'll call this macro Go to Anne. I'm not going to assign it a keyboard shortcut, and I'll store this macro in this workbook. That way, if I email it or pass it along to anyone else, it'll work for them as well. All right, I'll go ahead and click on OK. My macro is now recording, so I'll navigate to Anne's page, click on her tab, and then stop recording the macro. And to stop recording, I'm going to click on the little stop recording button on the lower left-hand side of the screen. But again, I could also go up to macros and stop recording. All right, so now the macro is created, I need to assign it now to that button. So let me go back to the home page, click once on the button for Anne, then I'm going to right mouse click and choose Assign Macro. I'll select Go to Anne and then OK. Now all I need to do is click away from that button. And now when I roll my mouse over it, now I have the finger letting me know that it's a hyperlink or an active button. So I'll click on it, and now I'm back in Anne's page. So the macro worked. Now if you want to create that button that takes you back to the home page, then we can do that. So I'll go ahead and I will insert in a new button. I'll draw one over here on the side, and I'll type in home page. Make it a little bit bigger. And then all you would have to do here is start recording your macro, give it a title like Go to Home Page, and then just navigate to the home page. Now I've already created this macro, so what I could do is right mouse click on that button, choose Assign Macro, find Go to Home Page, and click on OK. So now when I click away and then click on the button, it takes me to the home page. So again, that macro is pretty simple, but you can see how it would help you save time.